Hey,
Hey
friend.
friends, my name is Muna,
And I'm Queenie.
and this is a Kikiing Podcast, a mastermind between friends.
Here we'll discuss all things self care, self awareness, and all that amazing stuff in between.
We are two like-minded women in our individual journeys that happens to be very aligned. So we decided to come together and share our experiences and knowledge with you all.
Yes.
Let's get started.
Maybe we can, start by telling the people a little bit about ourselves, maybe a little elevator pitch.
So a little bit about me. I'm Muna, and I am currently in the process of transitioning from being an employee in corporate and going full-time into entrepreneurship. So, with that being said, I've always been a creative person, many ideas, just can't pin down which one. So, the purpose of the mastermind for me is to just learn how to focus on one of my best idea. And I'm just a really creative person, very open-minded, very open in my own self-development in whichever way. And my favorite ways of doing that is journaling. I've been doing that since as a kid, as long as I can remember. I think I even have my fourth grade journal with me. So yeah, it's not consistent, definitely not consistent with it, but throughout the years, it's something that's solid with me. And I am looking forward to sharing self-care and self-awareness techniques that I have with me and open to even learn along this process. So
And I am Queenie. I am from Canada. I am a single mother at the moment to a wonderful 8-year-old. And I am what you call, I guess, a serial entrepreneur. I have a wellness business that I am currently working on. I do medical aesthetics. I do hair. I do deliveries. Don't ask what. Um, I also have a live streaming talent agency. So I do a bunch of things. And much like Muna, I'm trying to focus. Obviously, having several things under your belt is like very overwhelming. So I'm trying to nurture the whole wellness aspect of my career so that I can really just establish and grow in that realm. I want to live a healthy life. I want my child to live a healthy life. I want the people that come in contact to live healthy lives. So I'm just working on that. And me being in this mastermind is helping me kind of get over myself. I find that when I get thrown off or overwhelmed, I kind of shut down and I don't want to do that anymore. So, self awareness, self care techniques, all that good stuff, I'm here for. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So, yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
in a nutshell, in a nutshell. So yeah, so this podcast is called Kikiing, and my understanding and where how I was introduced to it, Kikiing is a term that's used amongst Black American women. And let me take away, and then but it's now spread out in different groups, but it's just a meeting of people, just either a gathering, talking, having a little get together, partying, and so a way the word kikiing can be used is, oh, I'm just kicking with them over there. What you doing? Oh, just kicking with my mom, just kicking with my friends. She just, they're just kicking away. So it's talking. And for us, what we're doing here at Kikiing, we're talking about things that do help us in our self development process. But I personally have always found myself in conversations with people and people that I'm close to, not my particularly like my parents and my friends. I once I intentionally started doing the process intentionally, knowing that this is okay, I'm doing self-development. I made a decision to actually be very vulnerable in my conversations with the people that I'm close to and letting them know exactly what's in my heart and how I feel and how important it is for me to actually be aware of my the bad qualities so they can understand who I am. And I think I know doing that, actually, not I think, I know doing that made them feel comfortable to open up in ways that I very surprised, very surprised, very, very appreciative of, because the people who when you do that, people who you look to as, oh, I wish I had that, or look at them, they're so perfect. When you actually open up to those people that you're close to, you come to realize that they have some things that they feel like they are not good either, you know? The things that you admire in them, maybe the things that they, you know, maybe beat themselves up about, you know, they maybe feel insecure about. So those conversations do make you, you know, in a way feel better, a little closer, or just have more understanding of how nothing is what it seems to be. And at the end of the day, I don't know, conversations are good. It helps us grow. It helps us grow in so many ways, or at least, and it also helps us just be aware of ourselves, you know, because sometimes I'll be thinking like, oh man, I'm going crazy. I'm just, oh, I'm thinking this, thinking that. Why is it just me? Everybody else just seems to be having it all. Look at them. Look at them. They're socializing. They're doing this. They're balancing life. And when you open up, you realize like, dang, we are all fucked up in the game. Mentally, not
Right.
really, you know, not really, but we're all in our head just talking badly to ourselves. And, you know, let's bring those conversations outside and kiki about it.
We outside.
Mm-hmm. Mentally.
Right.
But
One.
yeah, so Queenie and I, we like that dynamic that I made sure I have with people that are close to me and the ones that stick around. Naturally, it happens with Queenie and I.
Definitely. And I love it. And I'm so
Mm.
happy that you, Runa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Feels the feels.
Exactly. We can talk about how we even started with this. Queenie, you want to go ahead and where it all really started? Because the Kikiing podcast itself is not really where it started, but it's really what's come about once we realize, okay, we're being we're being consistent with this, meeting up at 4:45 to 5 o'clock a.m. on average in the
On
morning. So this came about with that. But before that, we had something else, and that was Queenie's brain. So you tell them, people what was in your head, girl, when we met.
um yeah, so basically within my own personal development journey, I felt very much alone in it because nobody in my life was on this type of journey. I had to leave everybody mentally and spiritually and even physically. So, basically, upon improving myself, I stumbled upon this live streaming app called Bigo. And I was trying to think of what can I do on here to really like make this more meaningful to me. And so I just thought of, having this recurring show talking about self-care and personal development and all that good stuff, which I ended up meeting Muna on this app, and we lined one day. So we kind of connected on a lot on our individual lives. We brought them together, and I kind of, sorry. So I wrote the idea, I put it to the side. Then me and Muna, we lined up together, and somebody in the comments was like, "You guys should do a show together." And all of a sudden, I was like, "That self care show I wanted to do." Like, oh my God. And so I was like, Muna, I have to talk to you about this. So we connected outside of that live stream, talked about it, and their self serve Sunday was born officially. And we launched the very first episode, I believe it was September 13th, 2020. Um, and yeah, it just every week we did it once a week, and we started off by reading books. So we have like a book club when it does beautiful, beautiful sound bowls. And we do meditation, breathing exercises, stuff like that. We've done yoga. And honestly, we probably could have persisted on the app, but it wasn't being on the app wasn't making me encouraged to continue to do self-serve Sunday, because just a lot of personal factors more than public factors, in my opinion. And so me and Muna, we have this mastermind that we do every morning, between 4:45 and 5. And one day I was just like, Muna, why don't we just do a podcast? And Muna's like, I was thinking of that. And I was like, perfect. Let's do it. Because we talk so much on our calls that it's like, why not make this into content? Somebody else needs to hear this. Somebody else, other people are on similar paths, similar journeys. And, they need to find their tribe too.
Right.
I'm, I'm hoping, that Kikiing will expand to like this ginormous thing where we're this huge like-minded community of strong people that maybe feel a little out of place sometimes due to thought processes, and just coming together and knowing like, hey, we are not like the oddballs. We're something, baby. Like,
Yeah.
just want to grow
Mm-hmm.
together. So yeah, and we have Self-Serve Sunday videos uploaded on Self-Serve Sunday's YouTube channel. So if you guys are like, what the hell is Self-Serve Sunday? What the hell is Bigo? What is this? Take a look at YouTube. Type in Self-Serve Sunday. It's a little pink um, display picture with the words. It may be a pink pump when you see it, gas pump, but we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we rolled in to Kikiing, and I'm so happy about it because
Right.
now I don't have to dress up. Unless we're doing like a live screen recording version of the podcast, but like right now I am in my bed, not dressed, hair messy, and still having fun.
Mm-hmm. And I'm in my closet. I have my bonnet, topless, and I have my slip on, just
Okay.
chilling.
I'm so glad you said topless because I'm pantsless. And I was like, should I say this?
Listen, we came in this world with our bodies, okay?
Right, right.
No fabric on us, okay?
No fabric. Like, come
No
on.
fabric. I'm at home. It is 6:42 a.m. I don't have
Right,
a reason. And
right.
I'm in my closet. So yeah.
Period.
So yeah,
I'm
so
glad.
Self-Serve Sunday was really, I guess, like the first brainchild that we worked on together, which came from I'm sorry for using these words that I make up in my head, but it's but it's the first thing that kind of led to this. And self-serve to me, I see is like the self-care part, because that's really what Queenie, I mean, she's my queen of self-care, and self-care, it's
It's not
I'm
selfish.
it's definitely not selfish. When you see somebody who's really taking care of themselves, you can tell, and when you see somebody who doesn't, you can also tell, and that can be you, and that is me sometimes. Day to day. One day I'm not doing it, next day I am. So we're
Right,
not perfect. What the things we're talking about here, it may be things that we've been doing throughout, and sometimes it's things that we even need to hear ourselves, so we can remember, or new things. So we're not perfect, but we're here to just let y'all know, like, things can change. It can
right,
change, definitely.
right.
Yeah.
100%. Change is good. Change is
Yeah.
scary, but
Yeah.
it
So
is
as you're listening to this, yeah, just be kind to yourselves and be kind to us too. Because we're really
right.
doing this because we care. We're really doing this. This is whether or not we're doing this, I know for a fact that Queenie and I, even whether or not like we just don't even do this podcast, self-development, self-care is something that we will still continue to do for our own selves. So this is not just for, oh, we have a good idea. I have my affirmation in my closet because it's too many in my room. Just affirmations posted here because I had to transfer them. And look at what I have here. Self-care club.
Period.
Yes. So this is real. I need my affirmations. Okay. I am not a woman who just, oh, everything is perfect. No, I have days where I'm super, super down, and I need to remember I love you every day in every way. Okay. Okay. We need to know that I am peace. I am calm. Life is stressful. It is. And I recognize that it's nothing perfect. So when you hear me talking the good, positive things, just know that I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about not thinking positively, because I know it's stressful, okay? Because, for example, stressful situations happen, but it is not a part of me. And when I'm reading these, it's me just reading off of the affirmations on my wall. This is something that for us, for me at least, it's really coming from the heart to share. So I'm asking you to forgive us for whatever we say now, because as we grow, things might change. and also learn to forgive yourself and be kind to yourself along the process, because things do change.
Right. Things is inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We woke up one morning and the whole world was different.
Whew,
It was
child.
stay in your house because we said so. There's a poisonous thing out there that's going to kill you if you go outside. And so, you know, change is inevitable. It has to happen. The days change, the minutes change, the milliseconds change. So why wouldn't everything else show you, like, you know, guys, we're really about this life. We're not and no disrespect to them because they're on their journeys too, but we're not those people that just are like, you know what, self-care seems really cool, let's try it. Like, nah, we literally, and I'll speak for myself, not Muna, but I literally went through years of depression and anxiety. It's still dealing with anxiety and still dealing with little baby snippets of depression that come but once every few months, that is like, no, leave me alone. But
Mm-hmm.
this journey is very intentional, and
Mm-hmm.
it just feels so good to have somebody that understands. Because the way I speak to Muna, I could speak to like 10 other people and they'll be like smiling and nodding. Okay, wow, that's wonderful. and they're like, whatever, you know? So to have somebody, you guys, it's very important to have a community, to have a mastermind, even if it's just one person. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Muna and I together are already a whole group of people. I don't know how to make that. me, namely, with like 17 different personalities that we
Well,
go through.
I have 8 with me. So what's
Okay.
17 plus 8?
A lot.
A lot.
A whole group. That's a big mastermind. And you know, I'm appreciative of all these different sides of me. Because hey, this is who I am. And I'm gonna own who I am in the best way possible. I don't want to change who I am. And just going back to that um, live streaming thing, I felt like I had to change who I really was on the core just to get some money. So, you know, I did what a bad bitch would do. I got myself an agency on there and said, yo, F this shit. Like, no,
Ooh.
but you know,
Ooh.
right. Like I felt like I feel like I don't have to compromise, you know, what I'm doing in order to make money. I want to do what I'm doing, what I love to do, what doesn't feel like I'm doing something. You know, it just feels like I'm naturally living and still earning income. So yeah, definitely excited, definitely thankful, and definitely about this life, like for real, y'all. Like, you want to see my bookshelf? You want to see my journals? Well, I'm a
She's
part of
just.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let her finish. Go ahead.
Oh, well, listen, guys, we do this all the time.
Yeah,
We're
we
very,
always do the like hopping, because like she'll say something. I'm just like, yeah, because on the YouTube she does show it all on that self-serve Sunday, so you'll definitely see.
yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
The one thing about Queenie and I, we have a lot of things that we connect with. So I do also have a history of anxiety and depression. Didn't even know what those were until you intentionally start to work on this development and you learn the terms, like, oh, that's what that was. Okay, so all that crazy partying I was doing in college that made no sense was me hiding my depression. I had fun, but yeah. So I do have a history of it, long history of it, not knowing what it was or even how to really handle it or process it. So this is important to me because I don't want my life to be operated by that or to be controlled by that. That's not, it doesn't fulfill me. I run off of what fills me. And so, yeah, that's where we connect. But I forgot something else. Oh, yeah, we both are air signs, FYI. I feel like this has to be said.
Yes.
We're both air signs, and Queenie knows more about the signs. But being an air sign person means what? What do we do?
We just listen. We just flow. Okay, we just flow with it like the air. We just go. We just move. Like, you know. And sometimes it's actually funny because Muna and I like can I say cognitively, like we're very intelligent, like, you know, on paper.
Very.
But sometimes we're just like airheads, like.
Yeah, exactly. We're air signs, so like we'll move along. We got like super focused on one thing, and then the wind blows. We're like, okay, next one.
What was that?
But yeah, we're very intelligent people. I'm not going to downplay that at all. Both of us are, and may not brag about it, but for me, I think I end up just kind of dumbing it down because mentally in my brain, it's so many thoughts, so many things like rushing in, but not enough to actually say it out loud. And it's like, oh, you know what? All right. That's one reason, but probably so many more.
Well,
it was written in the
plethora of
stars.
reasons.
Right. It's written in the stars. It's above me now. It's
exactly.
above me.
It's above us, and take us as we are, and that's that. Like,
exactly, because we're gonna take you as you are. Okay, we will take you as you are, and hope you take yourself as you are as well.
Right. Muna, I actually think it's important too that we maybe share this on the Self-Serve Sunday YouTube for our actual like subscribers, so that they know like we're not just gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just a side note, just so that they can say, oh, that's where these two big heads are.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because we do have people that still are, asking us and wondering. So I agree with that.
Like all the time. It's like a Sunday doesn't pass where someone doesn't message me and say, hey, Queenie, are you doing your show? And I'm like, in private. Okay. Like, we haven't stopped. We're still very consistent, but we're more consistent with each other, because that's the important thing. Like, this is a real thing, you guys. You can't fake this shit. So it's very important. It's Saturday.
I guess, yeah. So this is a little, get to know us a bit, you see, as we go around different topics, we have so many things we can talk about, and we can't wait to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to share with you guys.
I love this. And Muna, thank you so much for, just being open and willing to take this task on, because we can get overwhelmed and anxious, but we in this together.
Yes, and I appreciate you, and thank you so much for just being here, because I don't know, girl, when we were waking up in the morning, I'm like, I think I need this. I really think I need this, and I know I need it, and I really appreciate you. I mean, you're full of like information and just affirming my craziness, that it's not that crazy. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's beautiful.
And the emotions, and sharing them, and just the connection. I'm rambling, but like, listen, we really are a good mastermind together, and I appreciate you so much.
A mastermind made in heaven.
Yes, a mastermind of two, because we would meet Monday through Friday, okay? And then after a couple of conversations, we kept going. Sometimes we literally even just log on. Like, the point is, like, at least show up and stay, And after a couple of those, we will talk. And for me, it's 7:00. I have to log into work. So I didn't realize that I do, but I do get anxious before work. So just talking to Queenie for at least 2 hours leading up to work really helps me out. It really does. And what's it called? And I ended up just wanting it to be that way. I wanted nobody to come and sit with us.
Right? You cannot sit with us.
Don't sit with us. I have little tears coming down my eyes right now. I'm just thinking about it. But yes, I'm like, no, I think I like this.
It's really, yeah, honestly, I love it.
Okay. With that being said, hope you guys enjoy this little, episode of just getting to know us real quick. We hope you can, stay along this journey with us. And yeah.
Yes. Stay with me. Okay, bye.
All right. Bye. Bye.